Welcome back, everyone. Episode 2 of Dream Chasers. We have my good friend, Sanho the Indian. I'm going to pour up some of this Hess Select Cabernet Sauvignon North Coast 2013. And Sanho's going to tell us a little bit about himself.
What's up, everybody, man? Thanks, Gabe, for having me, first of all. Pleasure, man. I go by the name Sanho the Indian, based out of Napa, hip-hop artist. All the above with music. We love it. Just out here doing the music thing, chasing dreams, you know what I mean? Been in Cali since like 95. I believe I moved out here from Colorado. That's where I was born. I got 3 brothers, 1 sister.
Yeah, I had no idea you're from Colorado.
Yeah, born and raised, moved out here in 95.
Yeah.
Visited grandma, came out, stayed since then, and
Nice, dude.
been out here ever since.
So I just wanted to ask about your childhood growing up, kind of the music influences that you had going on back then.
Music back then was Pops was on the oldies hype, man. He did a lot of oldies, so my dad always loved to sing, so I'd wake up to Sunday oldies all the time, and
All right.
just got hooked on stuff
For
like
sure.
that. You know what I mean?
What kind of oldies you talking?
Just oldies, 50s, 60s oldies. There's just all the above,
Damn,
50s,
nice.
60s, and
Hell, fuck
70s, all
yeah.
that. Yeah, so it's really cool. So he got me into just always, fishing trips, listening to music,
Hell
kept
yeah.
that alive. So.
Did your mom listen to any music that you remember?
Nah, she would just kind of tag along with us as we.
Cool, man. Jammed along with you
yeah,
guys?
pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So mom was about it though. She was a supporter.
Did your dad listen to a lot of music, like all the time?
Yeah,
sort of
always.
stuff?
He has
Like,
to.
yeah.
Anything he's doing,
That's
it's
tight,
music.
bro.
So, and that's where
Yeah.
I kind of got in.
That's cool.
We vibe when we hear a song. It's instant click.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
My parents aren't really like that. They don't like jam all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I be
Yeah.
jamming all the time. My
No, that's
parents don't
real.
be jamming all the time.
just gotta get him into it, man.
So how'd you get started into rapping, or started like developing that next level of music connection? Because you you grew up, started listening to music
Right.
with your dad, and then what took it to the next level?
Just school, I guess, and English class and stuff like that. Writing, I just got really accustomed to
dope.
writing, and then I started doing like poetry, just write my own little poems or something like
Dope.
that, just rhyming, and then got my first keyboard on Christmas, and I think that's where I kind of stepped into making beats, and then realizing that, you can do them both. So I kind of got into that craft of just trying to make songs and just keep writing at all times.
Dude,
so,
nice.
yeah.
What grade were you in? Would you say when you figured that out, or like when you started writing? I guess.
Probably like middle school. You know
That's
what I mean?
early,
Like,
bro. That's
just
early.
writing like poems, and just always had just the passion for writing. I would always have anxiety though when I was young, so it was tough to get that out there to the people. You know what I mean? And let them hear it. I didn't want to be that guy.
So you
at
just
center
had a
shaking.
bunch of stuff tucked
Oh
away.
yeah, tucked away in the notebook all day.
Word.
So
Shit.
You know.
Hold on, I kind of want to cheers real quick.
that's my
Dude, also look, man, I spilled right there. Dude,
well, God bless, man.
I'm like, I don't even want to leave, but oh well.
Let's try this one. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, I used to work at a winery for like 6 years. So
When?
it's
Well, hold on. Before that, what do you think about it?
good.
All right.
I like it. Yeah, I don't do too much whites, but reds are fire. Yeah.
Same.
So, but
What winery did you work at?
Jameson Ranch. I was there for 6 years, 6.5 years. Did everything from landscaping, getting out there, to stepping in the tasting room, to doing little tours and the back house, doing
Damn,
all
dude,
the
that's a long
wineries and
time.
stuff.
6.5 years.
Yeah. So and
That's
then they got bought out or whatnot by another company, and had to move on and just keep
Word.
going. So
Word.
it's been
Okay,
good,
cool,
though.
dude.
Yeah.
So you started getting into music right when you were like writing it, sort of thing. Right when you started writing it.
Yeah, so I just kept writing. I mean, I always have a notepad and notebook around.
Word.
High school hit a little bit. I was a basketball player too, so I did a lot of basketball. And then
Music's a big part of like sports and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't think people realize how much like maybe the right playlist
Right.
is, like workout playlist, stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the same goes
It's-
with like
it's an energy. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's a vibe.
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
put on a certain song for practice or something, and music is music.
So what kind of songs did you have on your practice playlist or you're jamming to?
Jeez, honestly, everything from just the Ludacris back in the day.
Oof.
The old Ludacris, and
He was
just
spinning
everybody
bars,
from
bro. He
there.
was going so fast.
Yeah, just everybody from there. I love Ludacris back in the day, so that was
Yeah,
a
my
go-to
next
for
question
my
was
playlist.
kind of be who would you get into back then? Who'd you start listening to rap wise, or just anybody? I guess
A lot of atmosphere. Like, I loved hip hop. I
Bro.
love lyrics. So
Bro.
you know what I mean. Atmosphere, the Grouch, the Living Legends. Those were like all top that I listened to. So
Atmosphere was my
yeah,
first.
Atmosphere was my. He had. I think it just caught me. Just his wordplay was really
Yeah.
dope. You know what I mean. So
That's
I
it.
just kind of caught that and just kind of I love repetitive melodies, so I kind of took that and just, you know, that's how I started making beats, was getting motivation off them.
Hell yeah.
Just feeding it back into myself.
You kind of tell stories too in your raps
Yeah.
too. You feel me? Like
Yeah, I do.
Atmosphere does that.
Yeah, I
too?
think that's where I kind of attached to, was that. I think it's more more in depth if someone can like visualize what you're saying. You know what I mean? Story wise, you know. I think that it's a catchy thing to have for sure. So
cool.
Yeah. So it works both ways. I like all lyrics. I feel like I've never really wrote a lot of like songs per se on a subject. I would just gas on it and just write lyrics.
Just
you know
like
what I
go
mean?
for it off what rhymes.
Correct.
Sort
Or
of
I'd have
I'd
have my homie come and do a hook, and I'd feed off him, and I would just be the bar getter. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I would do. So
that's what's up.
Yeah,
Dude. That's hella cool.
But we're growing.
And that was it was just like the favorite rappers back then versus now. I mean, obviously rappers came out between when you started listening to music and now, but
honestly, I can never say I had an exact favorite rapper. I never really had an exact rapper.
Right.
I loved all music though, you know.
Yeah.
Like I never had that. I was always focused on. I would get motivation from certain people. You know what I mean? Like obviously Tupac was really dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, the Atmosphere was like the main cat that I really listened to. You know, and Greaves is really dope as well. He put a lot of thoughts and paved the way for me to try to come up with certain ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, but those two are just kind of like the top ones that I would get into, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
they were
awesome,
the morning starters, so those are
the morning starters. Those ones you played in the
Oh,
morning
yeah.
type of shit.
Repeat.
Hell yeah.
So it was cool.
So your IG handle, your name, Sanho the Indian.
Yes, sir.
What's up with that, bro? What?
Well, I'm part Cherokee, so I have some Indian in me. And,
Okay.
Yeah, it just caught on since I used to go to Napa High School in Napa, and then I moved to Vintage in junior year. And
Okay.
I knew a buddy who skated, and his name was Milner's, you know, so he would call me Sanho, and it just kind of, I have no idea where it came, but Sanho, you know, and then I was like,
right.
oh, the Indian, and I just, so, you know, it kind of just clicked into
Yeah.
that, and then no one calls me by my real name, it's strictly Sanho.
That's
you know?
what's up,
So
man.
I feel like if you call me, you know, my real name, then you don't know me too well. But it's cool though.
You weren't really there.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't really fucking there.
So, but
That's
it's still,
cool.
you know, everybody calls me that. That's just what I go by. And
Word. How old were you when you came up, or when that name kind of came on?
Probably like 17, about
Word.
18 almost, getting out
That's
of high school. And then everybody would just call me that. So it stuck. It remained. I think my whole crew and back in the day would always have nicknames for each other. No one ever really called them by their real names. So everybody had nicknames. So it just kind of stuck like that. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what like.
Pretty much.
Word.
Yeah, it's cool.
So is that when you started performing as Sanho the Indian? Did you perform rap not as Sanho the Indian? Kind of.
No, strictly. It's about.
There was nothing before it.
No. So back in high school, I would do that. I would just write music and closet it, you know what I mean? And I think it was cool, but I did not want nobody to hear it.
You just write it? Basically,
I'd write it.
What about like the beat? Oh, you recorded it
I would,
too?
yeah.
How'd you record it back then?
Just on the old voice. There was the old computer voice recorder with the little mic that you had, like a little old plug-in mic, and you would get this little program, and it would just get audio waves. So I'd put another mic up to the wherever I was playing the beat from, and I'd have both of them with the mic.
Hold them up, yeah,
So
with the mic recorded.
That's how it'd have to work, yeah, on a
That's
cassette
cool.
tape, you know what I mean, type deal.
On cassette tape?
Yeah, I had a little
Bro.
karaoke machine.
You have any of those left, or what? Or are those vintage Sanhos?
No, I think I have the vintage Sanhos in a shoebox somewhere.
That's cool, dude.
But no karaoke machine right now. But yeah, they're very possible to get.
I don't want to hear those.
Yeah.
That to the people, you know what I mean? Because how long did you keep the cassettes
honestly,
tucked away for?
It was my buddy who was telling me to just keep writing, and one day the anxiety was crazy, so it was taking over, everything. It was socializing.
So like writing was like an outlet for you at the time.
That's what I would do. I would go home and I would sit there day and night and just write, you know what I mean? And so being not able to go out, it just it bugged me. So I guess, I had to take that choice of being like, is this going to, beat me, defeat me with this? So I didn't let it happen. And then, you know what I mean? I just started going out and just pushing it. And then I did my first show, and I realized like that was it, like that, you know what I mean? And I just had a experience that I think to get that off of my chest. And now it doesn't bother me. I zone out, and you know what I mean? That's just, I feel comfortable with what I do, So
yeah,
it's good.
I want to stop real quick. Say quick shout out to Sleepy Wolfie out there. He said A. Also, Matt Jackson in the chat said yee.
That's what's up, brother. Shout out, man. Tuning in.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out for tuning in.
A couple people watching. So, do you remember like a specific time when you're like, this is what I want to do? Like, people are feeling this shit. Like,
yeah, just in general, when I've always wanted to do that, but in the back of my head was scared to get up in front of people. So, you know what I mean? But after that first show, it was getting confidence, saying, okay, maybe I was doubting myself really, really bad. And I, finally got out there, and now it's all fun. I'm just out there looking for shows on the daily. You know what I mean?
Dude,
So,
hell yeah,
it's cool.
Did you start off performing
little shows in Napa? There's another one that I think they don't have it no more. Trinity Gold over by the in Napa by the little.
I heard about
jam.
that. I saw,
so that was a small venue that we had, and we threw a little white party with Coolio the Underdog was on that little lineup and whatnot. And it was my first show and went good. We rocked it. We had probably 50, 60 people for the first show, and everybody did their thing, and it just started from there. Start booking around, getting a little name going around the town, and
nice,
you know what
bro.
I mean. Start booking people. See the music going. They're like, hey, come do it. It's fun. It's love.
So you just did Porch Fest also.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Porch Fest. I think I did 3 years in a row now. So
Word.
that was the last one was a really cool set. Last year was really, really cool. We had a cool venue there. Everybody's cool, man. You know what I mean? Porch Fest is just a festival. It's tight to get out there in the daytime and see everybody enjoying all the different musics.
Cool.
And,
it's been pretty different each year too. You know what I mean? In terms
Big
of
time.
the setup and the artists.
110.
So you weren't on the same house all 3 years? You kind
no,
of moved around?
I was on the. We were there twice. Yeah, I was there twice for 2 years on my buddy's porch. Really cool. Had it popping. Shout out John. Yeah, my boy John. Yeah, he had a yank, and he's he kept it alive, and it was popping. We had a great venue there, and then this year I got on another stage, which was really cool. We were at a really nice Victorian type house, and
I remember that.
So the
that
porch,
was sick.
I love that above type stuff where you can see the crowd and just see who's messing with you in the energy. So,
can you grab me a napkin? Sorry, man. This is really annoying me over here. I'm surprised they even let it slide for this long.
It's all good. Pretty good wine, though, man.
Dude, I like it. How about it?
I'm not.
I still can't believe I didn't know you worked at a winery, bro.
Yeah, long time, man.
Dude, 6 years is long. That's longer than my longest relationship, bro.
Cheers to that. Yeah, it's cool, man. But it, life shifts you in directions where, it just takes you where you need to be. So
for real,
I'm glad where I'm at.
So you would say like a defining moment was when you the first show. It was like boom.
Pretty much, yeah. That was, you know what I mean. That was I felt like I wanted to do it prior, but just getting out there and doing it to feel that energy and realizing that's what it takes. You know what I mean? That's what it takes. Quit, being a little snatch and get out there and do it. So it just took that little boost, and it's game on ever from there. So
hell yeah.
Just gotta have don't want to be cocky, but very confident. What you got to do. So I felt like that just kind of made me put a little.
You got to be confident though.
Fully, you
mean?
You do.
But then like you were saying, without being cocky, you got to be humble at the same time.
Yeah,
so
you got to keep it. You got to keep it even. You know what I mean? So
keep it even.
Even
I like
amount,
that.
man.
I like that.
Definitely.
I like that. So you used to play at the bowling alley too, bro. I remember that. That was cool.
Yeah, all the locals. I think that's a cool little local spot. Shout out Tina over there. She holds it down. So she lets all the locals. You throw a little band, get it together, give it a lineup, and I feel like the Napa community is kind of accepting a little more hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, coming through. It's starting to make a little
making their
scene.
little path through. But prior it was just like, oh, hip hop artist, like, oh, rap. They'd kind of stereotype of what they heard, on the radio and whatnot. But you just got to go out there and give them something different. And they're like, oh, okay, maybe it's not so bad.
Making waves, bro.
Making waves. So, but the bowling alley was always fun. We had, obviously all my buddies out there who do music as well. They're out there, got to give them a shot and a little time out there too.
That's another thing too that we were talking about with another homie of ours, Stephen Bates. How we were talking about how like a lot of people are trying to grab each other down, but you need to be like trying to push each other up, sort of.
Got to build, man, each other. I mean, people are out there just killing everybody's vibe, and it's just a battle, So
yeah, man, and that's cool.
5 great minds instead of clashing, you get them all together, and you can create something really dope,
Yeah, and that's cool that you had that platform to offer people the bowling alley.
Always,
to
man.
Your homies.
I've tried to, because I try to look at it like I've seen myself in that position too before of going, damn, I wish I can go there, or that's so I hear people hitting me up, and I'm not one to be like, nah, I'm good, my lab's open for whoever's trying to, accomplish something or keep that energy. I feed off energy, so if you're trying, I'm willing to help. You know what I mean? That's
man.
That's all love.
That's a huge part of it.
I think just feeding off each other is really, really dope.
Collab with who would you want to collab with?
That's a toughie. If I can collab with anybody,
Ludacris, I don't know. Back then, huh?
Yeah, he still got bars, man.
Mac Miller, bro. Mac Miller.
Mac is always a been an inspiration. If
I
I
would
can just
say.
hop on a track with anybody right now and just really slay something, it would have to be, honestly, it would have to be Greaves or something right now, because he's got that style that I really like, and
Word.
I can
I don't
relate.
even. I don't even
Never
know.
heard of
I
Greaves?
don't think so.
Yeah, he's got bars.
Sounds
Man.
like a UK sort of thing or something.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
really
know.
dope.
I'll have to
He's a
check him
young
out.
cat. Yeah, he's really cool.
That's what's up.
Him and his homie make a lot of the beats, pretty much all the beats, I'm assuming. Check them out. They're really dope. Shout out
Dope.
Greaves for, the inspiration. So
For
he's
sure.
got it. Yeah, that'd be dope.
So yeah, you were playing the bowling alley. You also played a Blue Note.
We did
Right?
Blue
You
Note. Blue
killed the
Note.
Blue Note show,
Blue
bro.
Note's
That was
fun.
cool.
Those are different because they're more intimate.
That's
you know
what I'm
mean?
saying.
So you gotta really.
Yeah, Blue Note's more of a. Well, how would you classify Blue Note? What do you mean?
It's,
How would you?
it's classier, I could
There
say.
you
You know
go.
what I mean? But it's
People sitting down.
for
there's
sure.
some
Yeah.
booze.
It's not your wilding out, walk around with all your beers and it's very classy. People eat dinner while you're getting it, so it's a very
For sure.
check me out type show. It's quiet. It's so it opens up your eyes a little bit from being outside when everything's loud, and you know what I mean. So if you fall off a little bit or so, they catch
Yeah,
that.
and
So you
that
got to
was
be on your game. So
That was one of the first times I ever saw even a rap show at the Blue Note. You know what I mean?
so
I haven't seen too many
that's
people
what I
going
mean.
there.
So and you know what I mean. I think it goes a long way because I don't really use too much profanity in my music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's another big thing about
So,
maybe rapping in Napa sort of thing. You know what I
Agree.
mean? Coming up in this
so I
area.
think that's what I had to do was just show them that hey, here's a storyline, and it had no, nothing negative about it.
The like
type deal.
clean
So-
rap exists
Correct.
out
Yeah,
here.
it
sort of
does.
thing,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's still very dope, and you can vibe to it, and you know what I mean. But you don't need the cuss words. You can come up with something, you know what I mean, a lot more
Mhm.
intelligent with that. So that's why I get in saying I think that's why I like wordplay better, because I think it's just being a lyricist. That's what I just tend to, and instead of basing my music where I have a lot of cuss words per se, just that one. I want to go to schools. I want to go to wineries. I want to go to. So I want to leave it open for
So
everything.
those are kind of your goals, like
So clean music can get you into, but still very dope and hip hop, and you know what I mean,
totally.
bring across the message really dope. So
That's
yeah,
a huge thing, bro.
definitely.
And then, bro, you played a Bottle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you a second
Bottle
for that
Rock.
one.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Bottle Rock, man.
Straight up. Bottle Rock.
Everybody,
was
they know who
wild.
they are. They kept it alive, you know what I mean, and gave me the chance to come up there and hit a big stage, in the valley, and that's a big.
That's a huge stage,
it's a big
bro.
stage. So that was my biggest show, and that was, and from there on, I'm just the motivation is lit. It's constant going. So that show was. That was amazing. That feeling was just crazy. You know what I mean? I want to get back out there on shows
Ready
like
for
that.
more of those type of shows,
I want
huh?
to book a lot of those and just keep it moving. But, I love entertaining, dude. I love music. I love getting up there. If it's 2 people to 2,000, I'm still giving it the 210, So I think
That's
it's just,
what's up.
it's fun. I love music. That's all it is,
So you were talking about earlier how your style would be more lyrical as opposed to like I don't know, like ignorant maybe, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I guess the wordplay, I like metaphors, so I use a lot of likes like this, like comparisons, you know what I mean, type stuff.
And I also noticed that you keep the flow going also. You don't really leave too much free space. It's always like
and to me it's like I don't know, I feel like I have to fill those voids that are silent. So I have to just keep the pattern going with the tempo type deal. Like even when I record a 3-minute song, I start from the very beginning. If it's just a gas to the very end,
word
with no punch-ins at all, completely all the way through. And if I mess up at the very end, I'll delete the whole thing because that's just a chip on my shoulder.
I respect a lot of people that do that,
you know what I mean?
because
So-
a lot of people punch in, and I think if you can do it in one take like that,
Yeah.
you can perform it in one take like that.
No disrespect to anybody who punches in. That's how I record. That's just how
Word.
I feel like
That's
I accomplished it. You know what I mean?
It's the high
and it
IQ
helps me
move right there.
on stage. You spit it through. So performing live, you got that breath to go. You know what I mean? All the way through those. All those punchlines. So
Yeah,
I feel like it's just how I've always recorded.
that's awesome, man. That
That's
makes sure
basically-
you got it down too.
Yeah,
That's kind of what
definitely.
you use, you know.
I agree.
And then I was gonna ask what kind of gear do you use, because you also, besides rapping, bro, you kind of produce too.
Yeah, I do a
You
lot
know
of
what I
music.
mean?
I have drum pads, machines, you know what I mean? Machine is what I'm kind of using now. Logic, I just sync those two up, you know what I mean? Got my
Word.
MIDI keyboard, buy a lot of packs. Splice is what I've been kind of using too, a lot of samples.
Cool,
So I've been
bro.
trying to learn the sample game with the machine, which is really, really dope. Samples are just fire. You find the
Dude.
right sample. And
And we were just
It's a
sampling
creative,
that
yeah.
app the other time, bro.
Yeah, you
That
get on the
was
app phones
sick.
nowadays too, and
That
they
was
they
sick.
got you going. So there's music everywhere. No excuses not to make something
With
really dope, you know what I
technology
mean?
now,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I love it, dude.
It's crazy.
So,
Sample.
yeah, we did that with the phone. Yeah, we
That was
came
sick.
up with something really dope for that. I
Yeah,
was
technology's making it crazy. You can sample YouTube videos, which is like every movie
Oh, yeah.
out there. Your favorite
110.
South Park quote. I mean, anything.
Yeah, I'm with that.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you produce. How'd you get into production?
I always loved beats. I don't know. I just had like a little.
Had the ear for
always,
it,
yeah.
because you're always writing.
I could hear
kinda.
something and I can go to the keys and mess around for 10 minutes and just find that note. You know what I mean? I took piano for probably like maybe 2-3 weeks when I was younger, and then just stopped, and I just self-taught myself. YouTube was a big help. Like anything you wanted to look
YouTube,
up. Yeah, anything you wanted to look
up.
That's
how I learned beatboxing straight
exactly.
up. That's crazy.
Anything you want to look up. I mean, they taught you. You got to be willing to learn it and take it in, and you know what I mean, absorb all that. So that paved a big way for that. So. But yeah, shout out YouTube for that.
For real,
get me
bro.
in the game. That's
YouTube's
real.
putting people on, man, everywhere.
But yeah, I always loved music. I love beats. I love producing. You know, I haven't really got too many beats out, but I got stacks and stacks. I just need, you know what I mean, someone to put that final crispy touch on it type deal.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I could build all the plans, but someone just put the little paint on it, you know. So
yeah, you're also pretty a versatile rapper as well. You know, you don't really rap on the same beat over and over and over.
No, I like to switch it up. I guess it's just the mood. You know, I could wake up from, you know what I mean? It depends what's going on. You know, if I'm waking up good and I'm like, oh, I'm energized today, you know, I'll find something to hella upbeat.
Word,
and I'll just go directly in the lab. Or if I'm waking up and it's cloudy out or something, I'm like, oh, I hear like a guitar riff, and you know what I mean? So it's kind of on the mood base.
That's
but
what's up. And you also incorporated some other homies into your songs
oh,
too,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, definitely.
You had some guitar, and then Zach Fenny sang.
Yeah, Fenny came over. Shout out Fenny. Yeah, I like to be so versatile like that, like hopping on a rock hip hop type beat.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
You can make
I
it
noticed
happen,
that.
You know?
I see you out there with that.
It's fun. Then I bring the buddies over and they do, you know, I build something, I can't get that last thing. Then the man comes through and he kills the guitar.
Sometimes
riff,
you just need like a little sprinkle of something, you know what I mean?
Like I said, you build each other up. 2 minds, you know, 5 minds can create something dope, you know. So
big facts, bro.
It's
big
real.
facts.
So.
That's tight. So I was gonna talk about, bro. You had a little one recently.
I did, yeah, man. Little baby Remy, little girl, man.
Up.
So it's a blessing. That's the biggest thing that's happened so far to me. You know what I mean? And it's motivating.
Word.
It's cool. She's awesome. You know, she's the highlight of my life. So she's cool. Her and my little fiance. So we're out here just pushing the family thing and just keeping it positive.
Was that like an inspirational thing when she came out? Did you find like a new drive, maybe?
It was
did you want to make like some lullaby type of raps? You feel me? So
yeah,
maybe when she gets a little older, she could slap that.
Yeah, I just stepped away from the booth for like a month while I was dealing with all that and just constantly just having ideas. You know what I mean?
Word.
Constant ideas and just building. And yeah, I got some stashed away that I've done. You know what I mean, for her. And you know, just I feel like those kind of songs I just write over a period of time. Like I'll write 4 bars on a Monday, a month later I'll have the other 4
come
for
back.
that. So those
cool.
just have to mean a lot or something, you know. But yeah, she's a new inspiration, dude. She's cool.
Word,
you know,
dude.
She fits in perfect. She's a happy little girl.
Yeah.
So it's lit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music in general? That's kind of what I wanted to get at.
How would I describe my music?
Because how I would describe it, it's positive. You know, you're not out there.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, you know, in Colorado. It's tough out there, but
I guess
I just want everything's always. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of negative going on, so I just talk about my everyday life. I could talk about going to the beach for the day and just having Coronas and make a whole song funny songs is real. I'm a hilarious. I love hilarious music sometimes, you know. So just making funny dumb
Lil
stuff,
Dicky type of stuff,
exactly,
or what?
Yeah. So that's just. I don't know. I could say I can be serious sometimes, and I could be also funny, goofy with rhymes, and you know what I mean. Right. So I just feel like I don't really have a category. I'm just out there just spreading the love and the positive, and just check this out. You know, you like it, love it, cool. You don't, it's cool. Still love you. You know.
Yeah.
It's all good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have really a base category for it.
I got a better question than that. So how did your music change from like the beginning to now? Is there anything that you think really changed?
Yeah, just the projection of it. How to compose the song and what bridges are needed somewhere and how to really make the song fulfill instead of being chorus 16, end.
Word.
So I try to make it.
Is that how you were doing it when you first started?
Yeah,
it was just like chorus 16, chorus 16?
Yeah, it was chorus 16, always 16, and then it would end, you know, and then it was very basic, you know.
Word.
And then now it's
you're adding some bridges in there.
Now it's cut the whole beat for 8 bars, let that ride for 2. So it's a whole new perspective, learning it all right now. You know what I mean? Going through and just after all the stuff I've watched and people producing, I've seen a lot of producers, you know, and it's all the homies and they just So it's new. I guess I just grow every time with it. So
yeah, I think a big part of it, like you were saying, is surround yourself with people that kind of do it as well, because you can always learn something off somebody else.
So that's the motto. You got to surround yourself with people who are doing, you know, just like you or better. Because if you you're around all that negative stuff, you know what I mean? You're just going to drag yourself down. So you got to keep that elevated and going, you know?
No, you're right.
So
You have any hobbies outside of music? You know what I mean?
personally,
yeah.
man,
What do you do outside of music? I mean, shoot, you just had a kid now, so I
yeah.
mean, I think
I'm
that's
honestly
a pretty big hobby.
dude, every day. I'm like, you know what I mean?
You're writing every day?
I'm literally writing every day. Like, no joke. And you know what I mean? Just keeping the family together and writing pretty much. That's all I do. I can't go a day without writing. That's the anxiety when I don't write is now I got to get in the booth. It itches me, you know. I'm like, I'll sneak away at 12 at night, you know, when the baby's sleeping or something, you know, and just get in the lab. So
That's what's up, dude.
but yeah, it's
You be rising early too.
yeah, I'm
bro.
an early bird, man. 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm good. That's all I need.
You
Tops,
said
you know,
that
so
before, but I
all I
still don't
need.
even believe you,
That's
bro.
all I need, man.
What do you mean?
I write all my music in the morning. Like, no lie. It's 6, 5 in the morning, 7 in the morning until, you know, baby wakes up or so. And I get that 3 hours in, and I've kind of built around that because that's.
Were you
know what I mean?
were you like that before you had the kid too? Were you waking up
I'm
early?
always been an early bird. I'd stay at party. I'll be the first one up and shut up, Sanho. What are you doing up, bro?
Yeah,
6 in the morning.
practicing some
I'm
verses.
I'm doing
or
the whole
something.
nine. So playing the keyboard at my buddy's house at 6 a.m. So it's like,
Word.
so music's lit, man.
Yeah.
I wake up and I'm just, you know, I play basketball a lot, you know, my boy over here, and other than that, you know, I mean, I just been on music hype, skateboarding a little bit, but kind of fell off that once I got injured with my leg, and then
what happened with your leg?
work incident, you know.
Word, yeah, that happens.
So
Maybe it was
there.
blessing in disguise. Focus more
Exactly,
on music,
yeah,
sort of
so
thing.
you never know.
Gotta
So
think about it.
exactly, I'm not mad at it. I'm just rolling with the punches. So
Yeah, that's cool, man.
that's it.
Do you play any video games?
I see you guys out there. I'm on that Mario Kart hype too, man.
on the Mario
I'll
Kart?
jam on some Mario
Shit.
Kart one time, man. I
We'll
played
have to see with that.
play a little Black Ops here and there, you know what I mean? But no, not too much, man. I'm always outside.
Word.
Always outside doing, you know, my girl's a photographer, so she's outside. I'm trying to, you know, come up with plots where to go, so it's just steady busy. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
yeah. Speaking of plots and like the photography thing, a lot of music now is about visuals and stuff.
Fully.
And I see you out here. I saw a music video you posted on YouTube from 5 years ago,
Yeah.
man.
And what seeing now,
You had
I
different
mean,
hair back then too,
big time,
bro.
yeah.
Big
My hair's
time.
long now,
That's
yeah.
up-
So
yeah.
I just like you said, nowadays, like I say, I would rather like my buddy told me, you know, something you mentioned was really dope. Like, you want to drop your first stuff, drop it with a visual. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's what I kind of
important.
regret
think
too,
that's
because I have
huge.
material on material, but no more. Now I'm working on a lot of the visuals to get them out. Someone would rather listen to a crappy song with the visual than not hear and then just to hear a crappy
Yeah.
song. You know what I mean? So, but like, I'm not saying it's gonna be, you know, a shitty song, but you know what I mean? Just someone
Yeah.
would rather see a visual to a song than just the audio.
And
you
that's
know?
cool. But you've been having videos out for a while, bro.
Yeah.
That's tight.
So shout
You've
out my
been doing
boy
that
David
for a while.
Slosh. Yeah, he did my first
Cool, bro.
video.
That's cool.
Invented Films. Yeah, he was moving. So it's been good. He kind of got me going on the visual aspect of, you know, realizing how it's put together and you can do that, you know. So now it's
yeah.
just building visuals right now. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
what-
and the
what my
editing is
game
a huge part,
Big
man.
time,
Because it's
man.
hard as a solo artist to do it all as yourself.
yeah.
Because
And shout
gotta
out,
do a
yeah,
lot.
CJ Creative Productions.
Word,
They're,
yeah.
they're dope too. They
yeah,
they
that's
helped me out
cool.
with that cool little visual I had too. I got about 4 visuals up, and
That's
yeah,
cool.
they're a big part. They're super supportive. I brought them out to Bottle Rock. They got a lot of cool shots out there. So.
Yeah, that bottle
Yeah,
rock with the 360.
Yeah, that's the man. Shout out Cody, bro.
That was cool.
He's got a
bro.
lot of stuff
That was
out there,
sick.
so.
Yeah. So, you got any other videos coming up in the mix, or
We
how's
do,
that?
yeah. The next one I'm working on is I don't know if you heard the song Recovery. It's about just going through addiction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For you know what I mean. I've personally, I think addiction could be a lot of things. You know what I mean. But I just put myself in everybody's shoes so people could relate to that. You know what I mean. So that's where a storyline would come in. You know what I mean.
Cool, man.
So yeah, that would be the next big one to really just put an impact and a perspective on something.
Word.
So.
And
That's the
you
one we're
said
working on.
you kind of find your inspiration off like everyday sort of
Yeah,
shit.
people
like
and stuff. You know, I see people going through things sometimes, or you know what I mean, or an accident happened around me or something. You know, what I mean, it's just based off life
Yeah.
events, pretty much. You know, so
Facts.
yeah.
So, what are some of your goals with this music thing, man? I know you want to. Hold on. You want some more wine?
Sure, why not? Yeah,
Sure.
that'll work.
Sure.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So, some of your goals with music, man. I know you said you wanted to, like, I know you want to spread.
I just want to travel, dude. Honestly, I really just want to travel and do a whole bunch of
That's
shit. So I just want to do music. Doesn't matter if I'm doing little venues, but if I'm traveling and I'm having fun, bro, that's kind of where I'm looking for. You know, me and my lady kind of want to move out to a bigger area. You know what I mean? A little bit more music and a little more opportunity. You know what I mean? But other than that, I just want to travel. That's what we want to do. Strictly travel, have her take photos of every show, and just get known and just be a positive insight to people.
She's got a picture thing going, photography page.
Miss Krantz Photography.
Word.
She's got a lot of stuff going in Napa, so she's working, so it's good.
That's cool, man.
Keeping her busy, trying to find clients for her, and she's doing her thing.
Cool, dude. And do you have anywhere in specific you wanna travel to? Anywhere that you're thinking of that would be cool?
All around the world, bro. Honestly, everywhere. Honestly, just want to just travel. Just want to go. Just want to do different shows, meet different people, see different areas, sort of
thing.
Yeah, fully,
get the whole vibe. Yeah,
fully.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, definitely want to just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Sing as much as you can.
Yeah, live young, bro. Exactly. So
that's cool, dude. So, what's a message that you want to send to the people listening to your music?
Just stay focused, man. Just stay focused and don't listen to all the bull. You know, everybody's always trying to bring people down, like you said, and everything's possible, and you can manage on your own. So you don't need people. You got to be independent, and you just got to just take charge. You know what I mean? If you want something, you got to go get it. It's not going to come to you, you know. So
you're right.
Just be out there and stay focused, stay humble, and just be you.
Yeah.
Just enjoy life.
Yeah. How long you been making music for?
Pushing it, like really pushing it, like doing shows and music,
like doing it.
Probably like about 3-4 years of just getting it out there, really saying in my head that this is what I'm going to push out, and I'm going to build a little brand around it. I'm going to patent this logo. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, you got some
really
merch coming out too.
Yeah, we do have merch coming out.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we got that going. My girl got a couple of logos that she did for me, and we just decided to push that out, see how they would go. Sweaters, hats, beanies, you know what I mean? And we pop them off. Yeah, we pop them off real fast.
Man.
And
that's the point.
We got another order coming in 2 weeks. So it's all new merch. Socks are brand new that I just did.
You got socks?
Yeah, yes sir. Right. Yes sir socks. So I'll keep that yes sir alive. So people know me for the yes sir. I always hashtag that. So
I'll put the link in the description of that, dude.
Yeah, totally.
When we post this, I'll be cool.
Yeah, so the merch is coming good. That's new to me. That's new. So I'm trying to just
that's a big
balance
thing.
everything out, and it's cool to have merch, and I like to ride around and give people merch and support. It's cool. So I think making an impact like that. Well, you gave me a free shirt. Cool. Shout out, Santa.
Just
getting the word out, man.
Like the visual sort of stuff too. You know what I mean? It's all about.
Gotta interact, man. You gotta interact and be social with it. So like if you would look at me and go, damn, you had anxiety? Like what? Like it just, but that's now I'm like over that. Now it's like I want that, it's I gotta eat, man, so like you gotta eat.
So would you say music helped you overcome your anxiety, or
fully,
did you ever take like medication for the anxiety?
No, I just felt like it.
Like
I would just get nervous,
it
was a real big nerve thing, and when I didn't have to go to that certain thing, everything was gone, and it was just like. And in my head, I go, man, you were just nervous or something I get out there. But yeah, the music, big power on that. Yeah,
that's cool, dude.
That's what helped me get over the, I don't get like that no more. I used to be a big worry war of like, oh, what they thought of my music or something. It was just something. You're always gonna get people who love it, and you're always gonna get people who.
True.
That's just what the world.
That's just how it is.
That's
man.
what it is. So you gotta accept it. You gotta take that as. So.
Word. Shoot, you have like a favorite show you remember that you've ever done? Anything like that?
I love Bottle Rock, man. That was a lit stage for me. And Blue Note's fun too, man. I feel like all the shows. I did one at my winery.
I even liked watching a Porch Fest, dude. You were like Porch up Fest, on the. Yeah. You were like up there.
I feel like all the shows. Porch Fest stood out a lot. Bottle Rock definitely stood out. I just like when the energy is lit. So like Porch Fest had a lot of energy. Bottle Rock had a lot of energy. Pretty much everywhere we go, if we get them in a small confined space, we make them turn up.
Dude, that's awesome.
You got to make the people turn up. So that's what it is. I feed off the energy from the crowd. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think all the shows are lit. All of them. They have different.
Yeah, you kind of like work your way through them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct,
they get better, and then you get less nervous.
So you're absolutely right.
So it just kind of works out. That's how it should be as well.
Fully.
So you have any events coming up?
Right now, just working on a lot of the visuals. We'll be booking probably a couple shows next month around the town. I'm trying to get out to LA area, San Diego area. I'm working on the beach boardwalk to get out there. You know what I mean?
San Diego's a cool area down there, man.
That's where I feel like a lot of opportunity is. I mean, it's just there's so much more, you know what I mean, to push out there. It's so easy to get noticed with real talent.
It is.
You know what I mean? And it's just that's the goal right now, is just to shoot somewhere else and just see what it does on a bigger area, a bigger scale. You know what I mean? So
because I feel like you kind of at a certain point you kind of outgrow your hometown. You know, you kind of been here, you've made some moves here, and now it's time to move on, sort of thing.
Yeah, and
that's
like,
kind of how I feel like. Just
I
trying to
I love the Napa Valley, man. I love the Valley, you know. So for me I think that's where I kind of get the challenge of being a hip hop artist, and then they hear me, and I get like, you know, older folks that are just like, yo, that was really awesome, and it's like, wow,
that Blue Note show, dude, that was huge for Napa in general, man. You know what I mean? For the hip hop scene in Napa,
that's what I mean. That's what I've been trying to just base that around. You know, it's just letting them know that, you know, not all rap is like the same. You just got to give, you know. And
where can people listen to your stuff at? Where's your
Spotify, YouTube,
and it's all
iTunes,
under Sanho the Indian.
Sanho the Indian.
Just SANHO and then the Indian.
Indian, yes sir.
Word.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
That's it. Yeah. All platforms. Check it out. So we got new music. I got a new album coming out that I'm working on right now, called Solo. Pretty much just, you know, basically a lot of stuff that I've had over the years built up, and so we're working on that. So that's
over the years, man. That's like
just a lot of stuff. I've been plotting on this for, you know, just different writings and getting it in the right spot for about 2.5 years now. We're just kind of getting it going, getting the last couple tracks in there.
That's
getting
exciting,
the right production.
bro.
So,
you know how many songs it's gonna be?
We're gonna be about. It's gonna be about a 12-track little album.
Word. Are you gonna release like a little single
we'll do,
before? With
yeah. We'll do a little single probably in. I was planning like a month and a half or 2 months, maybe.
Word.
We'll get that going and definitely give a little taste off the little album. So
that's what's up, dude.
All beats produced by me, so it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be my whole little solo project.
That's cool.
Yeah,
producing your own beats is a huge thing, man.
And that's where, you know what I mean, I kind of fell back into that, going, I just love producing, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna create a solo album, everything original, everything.
Because I think that's kind of the difference between, let's say, like a rapper and maybe like a solo artist, or just an artist in general.
Right.
Because rapper just, you know, says that you rap, that's it.
Correct.
But if you're maybe an artist, you can have the potential to produce, rap, or make visual art for it as well. But it's kind of like encompassing.
110.
And I think people can relate more. Well, maybe that's not true, but I think the fact that when an artist creates 100% of their own material, that means more than if they only create 50% of their own material.
You could say you built that entire thing from the ground up. You built that. You had all the blueprints to everything. You know,
and I think people can really relate to that too, on a personal level.
You could say, it's just a respect thing. Like that's a lot of work, and you're out there doing it. And, you know what I mean? I respect that. You know, and every artist, I mean, who don't make beats, God bless, they're talented as hell too. People,
exactly.
You know, it's just people different. Just find those outlets of what they like to do. You know, there's people who do them both. So. I just happen to be one of those people.
Cool, dude. Well, shit. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to tell the people there?
Man, just keep grinding, man. And shout out Dream Shit. Follow the channel, man.
Check out Dream Shit down here somewhere. Check it out. Thank you.
Yep.
And
cheers to that. We out.
Boom.